Welcome to West Virginia Wesleyan's Channel 22 News. I'm Amir Franklin Branch.
And I'm Faith Yoho.
Good afternoon, Bobcats. We're less than 2 weeks before spring break. Don't forget about small businesses around the town that offer spaces to study with snacks. If you're needing a break from the library, my colleague Nate Friend interviewed Aaron Harris, a supporter of small businesses, community volunteer, and the owner of the Daily Grind and the Outpost.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Nathaniel Friend reporting for Channel 22 News on scene at the Daily Grind and the Outpost. This week we sit down with local business owner Aaron Harris to talk about how he got where he is and how his business is doing currently.
It's neat to have people that come in that hasn't been here before or that come in and just say, like, this place is big and there's just like a lot going on. Like it's, you walk in, that you come for the Western Boutique, but you're like, well, shoot, I can get a coffee. I can get a latte or something and I can shop.
Mr. Harris talks about how he's always been in small business and been his own boss since the time he graduated high school. He goes on to talk about how they first bought the Daily Grind on Main Street and how they switched to catering when they started their family. They just recently opened the Daily Grind and the Outpost on Brushy Fork Road with their small event center. They're seeing a decent amount of business for only being a year old. He talks about how they're opening up a drive-thru so you can get your coffee and your specialty drinks right at the window.
She wanted to have a Western Boutique kind of store, and I wanted to have an auction house, and then we did several weddings catering wise and said, well, we could do that, and just here we are with everything.
Later on in our interview, Aaron stresses the importance of supporting small business and the crucial role that they play in the community. This has been Nathaniel Friend for Channel 22 News. I hope you all have a great week.
Wow, Amir, the Daily Grind sounds like a great place to stop by with friends. Speaking of small shops in Buckhannon to support, I've passed by a small store a couple times off Main Street that looked neat, but haven't stopped in. Chloe Purdue spoke with Sarah Sider at the Coop.
On 4th Main Street in the bustling streets of Buckhannon, there's a little store called the Coop that lies right on the corner. With little knickknacks, glassware, and plants in their windows, it's hard not to enter the little store. When you enter, you are greeted with the cool green of plants and the calming sense of a mix of wood, fresh soil, and homemade soaps. So, what is the Coop? I talked with Sarah Sider, who offered me a look into the plans for what the Coop will be offering.
The Coop is 6 concepts under one roof. These are all directions that we are interested in growing and doing some exciting things. Blooms by Juliet, our floral department. We have expanded retail, that's our second part. Some gourmet groceries, kitchenwares. We have a lot of really cool retail stuff. Our third piece that is our teach-in kitchen. We're gonna host cooking classes when that's finished. So we're gonna have space for 8 to 12 folks. We're gonna do several different forms of classes. Some of them are gonna be skills-based. Some of them are more social events. And as soon as our kitchen's done, we're gonna have that full schedule posted online. Our fourth concept is the Event Emporium. That's pretty much a collection of portfolios of event vendors that we have worked with, that we know do excellent work. You can come in, browse portfolios of all the folks that you would need to make that happen in a way that encourages people to keep their business local. The fifth piece is travel, which is guided food and beverage tours to select cities. We're launching that in March with a 4-day trip to Cleveland, and we have some really exciting things planned for that. It's pretty much just a group of people going to eat and drink kind of the best things in Cleveland. And then the final piece of the Coop is the CSK, which is Community Supported Kitchen, and it's one of the things I'm most excited about. With the CSK, we're the ones who are sourcing the best local fruits, vegetables, meats, and we are doing delivery to Elkins, to Clarksburg, and we have pickup here in Buckhannon.
If you haven't already checked out the Coop, I would definitely recommend that you do. One of my favorite spots in the Coop is the terrarium maker desk, where you can make terrariums. This is Chloe Purdue for Channel 22 News.
If you need to get off of campus to relax with a book and a free cup of coffee, take a stroll down to ARGO's Books. Reporter David Taylor interviewed Alex Benjamin to discuss what our town's bookstore has to offer.
If you haven't heard about ARGO Bookstore, here's what you need to know. Today I visit ARGO Bookstore, a family-owned business in downtown Buckhannon. I interviewed Alex Benjamin. Alex and I had an interesting conversation about the bookstore and how it came to be.
Well, we do a lot of clubs and activities here. Anime club, we have a game design. A lot of my dad's interests sort of get funneled into a lot of customers. We have a few regulars come in. I don't know, we get quite a few people. We're a bit of a tourist destination, so we get some people from out of town come in. They go, ooh, so.
ARGO Bookstore is open from Tuesdays until Saturday, from 10 to 6. ARGO Bookstore sells popular books as well as books by local authors. The store holds a lot of events, including book club and anime, which meets on Wednesday at 5. They have a place where people can use computers, read books, and relax. This is what John Benjamin wanted his store to be. This is Channel 22 News reporting out.
Thank you, Amir. Exciting events are coming up at Wesleyan this week. For those celebrating Ash Wednesday, stop by the switchboard in the afternoon. The Career Services and the Counseling Center are both hosting events Thursday to check out. Starting Thursday, the theater department is performing She Kills Monsters with shows starting at 7 p.m.
I appreciate the information, Faith. We have great news this weekend. This past weekend, 2 Bobcats were recognized at the 2023 MEC Indoor Track and Field event. Samantha Cash was named Most Outstanding Performer and received Field Athlete of the Year, while Natia Hobbs won 2 events and received Track Athlete of the Year. Congratulations to both. Tomorrow, we wish both the men and women basketball team luck as they travel to Fairmont State to play. Faith, what's the weather looking like this week?
This week we are looking at highs all the way to 72 degrees with low temperatures hitting 44, but expect clouds and rain all week except Friday.
Thank you for tuning in to Channel 22 News. I'm Mayor Franklin Branch.
And I'm Faith Yoho. Have a great evening and a dry weekend. We'll see you next time.
Go Bob.